been told that time will heal all our wounds and our sorrows too. No more clouds, no more rain. I need sun to ease my pain. Before this night is over, I will guide you home. All this time you thought we'd never pay the price. In the game of love, you have to roll the dice. My heart got 7 years to life. 7 years to life. All this time you thought we'd never pay the price.
Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday, everyone. So great to see all of your beautiful faces. Happy Lunar New Year. It's the year of the tiger. I feel like we could all use some tiger energy this year. So I don't know who's with me on that. Sue, Yin and I were talking earlier. I am a water ox, which I think actually fits my personality very well. Sky Guy, our teen, has been taking Mandarin all through high school, and normally there's a massive celebration in Jacksonville here in Southern Oregon every year. And so the kids march, and it's a huge festival. The celebration goes all day and long into the night. When I was growing up, one of my best friends, her parents immigrated from China. And so I was always invited over for the Lunar New Year celebration. And it was the most incredible feast and celebration, and the red envelopes. Anyway, the kids could not get a party this year, or a full parade and street dancing and all the beautifulness. But they did have a little class celebration, and his teacher gave them all red envelopes with candy. So sweet. I love it. Oh, thanks, Lisa. I love a good wrap. It's super cozy. It's like, I don't know if you can tell from the bottom end of it, but it's like a modern day poncho shawl. It's also in bulk for anyone who celebrates that holiday. So I'm making an orange rosemary seed cake for in bulk, which is a Celtic tradition. So many great things going on tonight. It's cold and ugly, Nancy. I know. And I saw you're a dragon. Rihanna, you're an ox too. Oh, I love it. Suyan's a rabbit. That's right. Your partner's a tiger. Yes, let's go. Year of the tiger. I'm ready for it. Lillian, I saw 6 to 12 inches of snow. Oh my goodness. I can't even imagine. You are going to need a big shovel, my friend, a big shovel. Or maybe you just stay inside and it's a good excuse to like write and read and stay cozy with the kids. That's what I would do for sure. Who asked if I knitted it? I have not.
We're probably laughed at
I know.
some effect.
The tech guy.
Wait for it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, there we go.
The tech guy could have knitted it. You've worked on some crocheting. You sew. You have your own sewing machine. Yeah, we don't fall into any sort of gender roles there at all. The only C that I ever got in any class was in high school home ec. I aced the baking and cooking part of home ec, but I failed the sewing portion like so badly. We had to make a locker caddy. Does anyone remember locker caddies from back in the day? And we had to sew it in mine. Oh yeah, it was a total disaster. So no. Sheila, you were born in the year of the goat. Excellent. And Chase, you're a rabbit too. You and Su Yin. I love it. Marty, you're a rat. That's all good though. That's all excellent. Karen, you had to buy a snow shovel for the first time in Texas last year. Oh yeah, because Texas, you had that insane amount of snow and ice and everything. Yeah,
That was crazy.
that was bananas. The irony is that we had early snow. We had snow all through the holiday break in terms of like Christmas and New Year's. And then it's been like this fake spring for the last week or so. It's been almost 70 and sunny every day. So there's that. George, you're big. I've been told that many times. I love it. Valerie, you had to make a sweatshirt. That didn't happen. Oh, I can't even imagine. If I failed a locker caddy, a sweatshirt is like next level. I can't. I wouldn't even try. Kathy, you and your friends spent time in Ashland today. I should have waved hi. All right. So tonight we have so much to discuss. I don't know if Trisha's on the live tonight, but Trisha sent me the most. I was like huffing this as the live started. I don't know if you saw me. Trisha, it was very sneaky and sent me this beautiful coffee from St. Louis. Can you see that? This is yellow. It's from Blueprint Coffee. There's one that's yellow and one that's blue. So beautiful. I love that concept. And it smells like what I imagine Torque coffee to smell like. So thank you so much for that. I cannot wait to experiment with it. I'm feeling yellow tomorrow. I think I'm going to embrace yellow and I'll report back. Oh, you're here. Thank you so much. You did not need to do that. I spoke to Trisha's class and she sent me a whole little package and notes from her students, which was totally unnecessary. Oh, I have a grinder. Of course I have a grinder. I mean, could I write Jules and not have a grinder? That would be murderous right there. Oh yeah. Grinder, French press, espresso machine, coffee maker, you name it. We have it all. Okay, yeah, so we're going to talk about music. Thanks for getting us on topic, Chase. What was the countdown song? 7 Years to Life by Pastis. Oh, which reminds me, Jamie, every time we talk about Jamie, we need to say it with a French accent because I recently learned that her mother is French. And so her sister has Martine, which is a character in my new book, but Jamie should be Jamie. And I forgot to task you with a French but anyway, we'll do that.
Wow. Yeah.
No, the tech guy's like, what are you talking about?
Take me a minute to get something.
Next time, he's going to have a French chef or something for you. Chase, isn't it a good song? I know. So I loved polling everybody to see like what else we should do on our lives. So many great ideas. We've got a bunch more in store. We had some ideas ourselves too, but a few of you suggested talking about music, and I love music so much. And I love music in terms of my writing and then just music in general. So I thought it would be fun if I kind of talk a little bit about how music plays into my writing process and then share some songs from not only our lives that we've done together, but I'm going to give you a little playlist quiz. So with that in mind, we'll just get right to it. In terms of writing, I think it's really interesting because some of my writer friends need utter silence to write. Some of my writer friends need a lot of background noise. I've talked about this before, that I have writer friends who will go and write at coffee shops and pubs or libraries, busy places, bookstores, a park even. And they use that background noise and people watching to sort of like tune out and get in that creative space. And then I have a few writer friends who are like, no, I do not want to hear a pin drop. I need no sound whatsoever. And so I feel like I kind of fall into the middle category in that I definitely cannot write out in public, in part because when I'm writing, I'm up and moving in my office. I'm talking to myself. I'm sometimes like physically acting out something that I imagine happening on the page. So there's that factor. And then I'm such an observer that I don't think I'm successful in writing out in public, at least for sort of my daily word count, I guess. If I was doing a free write or a group write, I love that energy, but I get too distracted watching people and then like making up stories about them. So on the flip side, I definitely need something else in my space when I'm writing. If it's pure silence, that's super distracting for me too. So early on when I was working on my first book, I decided I would put together character playlists. And I did it initially just kind of on a whim because I thought it would be interesting to know what a character listens to in terms of their musical taste, because I think that often informs us about someone. I certainly know I can bond with somebody over a love. Like for me, Taylor Swift, like, come on, she's the ultimate goddess and queen. Ah, oh, there you go. Good job. Do you know what album that's from?
Red.
Which one?
Oh, the one that just came out in November.
Would that be old school or would that
That's
be
Taylor's edition.
Thank you, Taylor's version.
Or version.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I find music to be so inspiring. I am really drawn to lyrics. So I love any kind of music that is more on the genre of a singer-songwriter, especially if I'm writing. And it's fascinating because you might think that then somebody else's lyrics are going to play in, but they don't. Like the Indigo Girls are another ultimate favorite of mine, and their songwriting reads like poetry. And so I think that almost helps get me into a centering space. So I started creating these playlists initially thinking that they would just almost be an exercise in terms of finding my way into a character. And then I realized they work as playlists. And what's happened over time, I am sketching out book 17 of the Bake Shop series right now. And the minute I play any song from Jules' playlist, I can just be in that space. I immediately know that I'm in Jules' head. Do I play Darth Vader when I'm writing Richard Lord? No, but now I'm going to, Joseph. Thanks for that gem. Yeah, that's going to go on the playlist tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, Chase, I never thought about what Richard Lord listens to. It's only Jules. I've never done a this is a fascinating idea. I've never done a playlist for a secondary character. I'm definitely going to have to do that. That's awesome. Oh, you saw Indigo Girls at Buried My Heart at Wounded Knee. Oh, Lynn, you're so lucky. They play usually at Brit here in Jacksonville, where there's also the Chinese Lunar New Year celebration every year. But the last few years they've all been canceled. I'm totally going to do it. If Richard Lord loves it, it has to be awful. I know. Oh, Steph's, Lance. All right. Okay. All right. Let's do it. I'm gonna have to do some thinking, but I would love to hear for you too, like what, obviously music is subjective in the same way that books are, but I'm trying to think of like, what would be the worst song possible for Richard Lord, like for a theme song? I mean, Darth Vader absolutely works, but I also feel like it would be something like,
it's gotta be super tacky.
Tacky, like Weird Al Yankovic, who's also very like, I'm not throwing him under the bus because he's also very clever and punny, and I loved like his take on music, but like something along those. But like, who's horrible? Richard needs Disney villain music. Oh, that's good. Yes, I like where you're going with that. Benny Hill theme song. There it is, Trisha. Yeah, something along those. Totally. I think one of the reasons that some of Taylor's music resonates, not only just in terms of like her lyrics and poetry and everything too, is she has a lot of romantic music, and that definitely has played a theme when I'm writing too. Early on when I was writing Jules, I would emerge from my office kind of like weepy at the end of the day, and the tech guy would be like, dude, you got to lay off the sad songs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong? Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong.
No, I'm just having a nice little cry.
Oh, yeah, Richard would listen to that.
Oh, I'm too sexy, Becky. There it is. That's it. Yes. Chef's kiss. Perfection. Yes, I'm too sexy. Now I'm going to I should be tomorrow working on word count, but I'm going to spend the whole day thinking about, you're so vain, Rihanna. That's another good one. Yes. We're going to have to put together just like the worst, the ultimate horrible playlist for Richard. I'm going to spend all day tomorrow. I know this is going to completely segue me, but that's awesome. Anyway, so that's sort of like my intro into how music impacts my writing. And I have found now that I cannot write without some sort of playlist in the background. And for these long running books and series, it's easier because as the years have gone on, like songs have expanded, they've grown, they've changed with the characters. But when I'm working on a new story, music is kind of like my first way into figuring out who that character is. So, and now we need an April. Yeah, that's got to be a lot of like oompa, the chicken dance. What else? Okay, so next up, we thought we would go through all of the music that we have done in our live streams. And didn't someone ask who picks the music? Is that right?
Yes, that was
Kara. Kara asked who picks the tunes, and that would be the tech guy. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I come up with a list,
Yeah.
and then we kind of like you sign off or say no.
Yeah, I don't think I've said no to many. Although we have very different taste in music. You don't listen to lyrics at all.
Not usually. No.
You're more about all the music and bands, and
Yeah.
but you have a very eclectic musical palette.
It's
I would
wide
say
ranging.
it's wide ranging, which
It
is
is
great
very
because then you
wide-ranging,
introduce
yeah.
me to other things. I tend to fall into like my lane and not steer so much.
Yeah, that's I would have to agree with Lynn here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we can't taint it. That's right. That's right. I feel like I'm too sexy. You're so vain. That's Richard 100%. So one of the things about live streams is that music rights are licensed, just like book copyrights. And so I would have loved to share actual snippets from the Jules and the Sloan playlist, but that's what I'm going to give you a quiz on later. But those are not licensed for events like this. So
Yeah, bad things would happen.
Bad things would happen.
The algorithms on Facebook and YouTube would shut down the live within seconds, and then we wouldn't be able to do lives anymore.
Which would be terrible.
Yeah.
And also as someone who works in the creative field, I never want to steal somebody else's music or anything like that. But that's why when it comes to live streams, the tech guy is amazing at going out and sourcing music that we actually purchase the rights to play over the interwebs at events like this, right?
Yes. Sorry, I got distracted. This was just a funny question.
Has the tech guy ever appeared on camera? Is he a disembodied voice? He's totally disembodied. Remember, I'm blanking on it. What was the TV show? Tim Allen, Home Improvement, right?
Oh, with Wilson.
Wilson.
the neighbor,
Across, yeah, we could just see like
just
this
see
much
his-
of him. Yeah. No, sometimes he does, but it's a rare sighting. He's like a wild animal.
Well, and right now I'm sitting in the corner with
Yeah.
a bunch of cords and everything.
I know.
So it's
He's
just
also
like-
in the dark,
Yeah.
which is great. I should take, I don't have my phone in here. I'll have to take a picture of like the tech guy's setup in my office.
One of these days we'll get the other camera set up and we can do a dual camera thing, but not right now.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so you'll go out and source things through Epidemic Sound, which
Yeah, the Epidemic Sound is one of several online services, but they're super popular amongst all the content creators out there, and they just have a cool. Like I get all my sound effects from them too. It's but we pay an annual fee to be able to use all this music, so the artists are getting paid, which is
exactly,
great,
which is important.
Yeah.
And it's been awesome because I've discovered a bunch of new music that now is on multiple playlists.
Right.
Okay, so let's go through some of what we've shared.
Well, we have to start with Mr. Cody Francis.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait alive.
Rare Love. This one
Right.
is a classic. This is now on my Jules playlist too, I have to say. It's such a beautiful song.
Right, and that one really kind of, I think, was that the first one we used?
I think it was the very first one.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of brings me back to that moment of, yeah. Cody is our guy. I know. We need to have him for a concert.
Yeah, and I mean, I remember going through when we were first talking about doing the lives and going through, and I found him, and I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be somebody that you would like. So we've used several of his songs.
Ooh, that's a good album cover.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you.
Feel so lucky. This is also on my Jules playlist. Cody's got some good airtime for that.
Yeah.
And I'm still so amazed.
Yeah, and I don't know if I did the title for this one, but this is
Rare Love.
Rare Love.
Yeah.
Got too many buttons going.
I know. Every time I hear that song too, I'm like, I just want to start typing like a story idea because that was from our first collaboration.
2 a.m. in the car playing
This
my
is
favorite song.
another one by Cody.
Turn it up, windows
And
down.
you've wanted to reach out to him to see if we could get him on a live. Too.
I have. I need to do that. I need to
Yeah.
add that to my 2022 plan list.
Yeah, and let's see, we've got one more from Cody that we've used.
Oh yeah, this
More
one.
recently.
This one's been newer.
Yeah.
I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening,
And it's so cool because I did not know anything about Cody Francis as an artist prior to Lives, and we wouldn't have found him other than through Epidemic Sound.
Right, right. So yeah, we've used, and there may have been others, but those have been the 4 main ones from him that. Let's see, back to here.
If you're writing a period story, would it help listening to music of that era? I think so, Joseph. Absolutely. Yeah. I have 2 friends who write historical fiction, and they do a lot of that. They spend a lot of time listening to music of the era, food, clothing. Yeah. I mean, I think personally, and every writer is different, but I think the more you can embody the world that you're trying to create in whatever form resonates with you, whether that's music or photos or, something tangible or all of the above, which is my slant usually, it brings that richness to the page. It usually translates if you spend that time really capturing that space. Yes, for sure. Okay, what do we got next?
Then we did a few of them, that Ellie's Faves series.
Oh yeah. And I never knew that this one has lyrics.
Yeah, so the cool thing about Epidemic Sound is almost every song is offered with the full mix as just an instrumental, and then you can also download the different streams. So if I just wanted like the guitar segment of the song from this, I could download that. But this one actually has lyrics. I don't think we ever used them. But
I don't think we ever, because I think it was later that I started hearing like, oh, there are lyrics to this.
But this one is Coming Home by Colby.
Paula or Goats. Paula, can I give you a shout out on the live? Paula I should make sure it's okay. Paula, can I give you a shout out and then we'll talk about goats? Paula's writing a goat mystery. And I saw Trisha saying you're setting a story in Victoria, London, and your husband has blaring. I thought it was
Sea
banned.
shanties. Oh, yes.
Sea shanties are like hot right now.
Yeah,
the tech guy is all in for that too.
yeah.
Yes.
You need to hit TikTok and just look up sea shanties.
It's a thing. It's a solid
I
thing.
mean, I don't know if it's as much of a thing as it was last year, but it's still
it's
pretty
had its
popular.
day and it's not going
There's
away.
some amazing.
They are awesome.
singers
Yeah.
It's
Chase,
pretty
I
good.
am always impressed and amazed at how diverse this audience is and how wide-reaching our group is and how connected everybody is. That's a lot of is's. Sorry, but yes. Clearly the answer to that is yes.
No, that's been super fun actually over just the past few years of doing lives, is seeing everybody saying hi to each other and then having people realize that they went to high school together and stuff.
I know.
It's amazing.
Yeah, or I don't know if I will ever get over this, but the fact that, you can build real relationships on social. I've talked about the fact that social gets, a lot of hate, rightfully so. There's a lot of horrible stuff that you can find online, but I've been pleasantly surprised at like the depth, I guess, like anyone in this group, like when we see each other in real life, unless you don't want to hug, like I will be like hugging and kissing your face because I feel so connected in the best way. Aaron, your 6-year-old loves sea shanties.
I'm with her 6-year-old.
Yeah, let's go. Paula says yes. Okay, okay.
Paula says yes.
I know. Are you
She's
like,
worried about what you're going to say?
Paula has been working on a goat-themed mystery, which is so great. Goats and yoga. I don't know if it's hot everywhere, but definitely a thing here in the Pacific Northwest. And she just signed with the literary agent. Yay, Paula. That's a round of applause for sure. I'm so excited for you. I can't wait. Give up the goat. Let's go. All right, we got totally segued. Lynn's got suggestions. Okay,
I know.
I love it.
It's a great big sea and spirit of the West. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Check that out.
Don't you all worry. Like once Paula's book is out there in the world, we will be sharing it. We'll have to do like a group read along, whatever, all of the above. Yay to Paula. Okay, what else is on our list of? No, don't blush. You deserve all the credit.
With, congratulations.
As they should. Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay. The collabs.
Oh yeah, the collabs.
This one was we decided to go a little. I asked if we could go a little faster.
A little faster. Yeah, not so much singer-songwriter. I know, and I don't know, Daniel Gunnerson. I don't know if this is true for all of you, like if you have that like sensory thing with music where you're like, oh, okay, this memory is here for me too. Again, I want to go.
Yeah. But yeah, that one, and then more recently, I can't remember what we used this in, but I remember this song.
I know. Maybe someone else remembers. I remember this one too. I feel like maybe this was a fall. Is this a fall theme? Is this the theme song for the story we wrote together? Yeah, the last one was Joseph. Yeah. Right, no, I know. An Affair to Dismember. Yeah, that was the theme song for this, but yeah.
But anyway, this was a cool one too.
George, you're a Capricorn. So's the tech guy. Goats.
Yeah, goats.
Let's go, goats.
Yeah. There was one more.
Yeah, why are you saying it like that?
Because this is a surprise scene that we didn't run through together, but we had one more that we used last year.
What's it going to be? The tech guy. Was this like a Star Wars theme?
Wait for it. I'm just going to go a few extra seconds on this one.
Sure. I like it. I can't.
Here we go.
He's going like this in the background. You can't see him. I was like, you couldn't have gotten the rights to Star Wars, so like, what was it? The first far out remix.
Yeah, so if anybody remembers, we used that for the Star Wars Day episode.
May the 4th.
Last year, yeah. Mm-hmm. May the 4th.
I love it. Yeah. That's so great.
So that's an example of a song, though, that obviously John Williams wrote.
Yeah.
But then far out, like there's this remix where a musician has taken a segment of that and then made their own like basically dance mix for it. So
yes, exactly.
It's pretty cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of a recap of what we've done for our lives. And now I want to put your musical abilities to the test. Like I said, we can't actually play clips of any of these songs, but I put together a little selection for my Jules playlist and my Sloan playlist. And I want you to see if you can guess which playlist belongs to which character. Okay.
Oh yeah, and real quick, if anybody wants that, the Far Out remix of the Force, that's just look it up on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah,
okay.
It's on YouTube.
Awesome.
Okay, so playlist number 1.
Playlist number 1 has a song called Hold Me by Fleetwood Mac, which I'm singing in my head. I think you might. I tried to pick songs that feel broader too, because I have some more nichey things there, but I think everyone will recognize these. One Love by Bob Marley, A Cup of Sorrow by Amos Lee, Shoot the Moon by Norah Jones, also just like one of the most beautiful songs of all time, and Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
One of the best songs of all time.
Also a phenomenal song. Okay, then playlist number 2 had, oh no, don't look.
I hit the wrong button.
Way to go. It's ruined, it's dead. The tech guy's gonna die in a book tomorrow just for that. No, I'm just kidding. Playlist number 2 has Heartbreak World by Matt Nathanson, Little Wonders, also a gem of a song, by Rob Thomas, The Story by Brandi Carlile, Wonderful World, Beautiful People by Jimmy Cliff, and Need the Sun to Break by James Bay. I love it. Nice, tech guy. Besides playing in orchestra and band in high school, I actually got into classical by listening to Hooked on Classical, which came out in the 80s. Okay, so the tech guy was also in band and high school and college, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And you played the sax.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got guesses coming in. Sloan.
Well, we've got a lot more guesses since I flashed the answer up there.
Well, that's Sloan. List number 2 is Jules. Yep, it's true.
Can I show it for real now?
You can show it for real. I tried to find songs that might trick you too, because Jules, I mean, you know, it's a lot, so many songs about Romeo and Juliet. I didn't even know there were so many Romeo and Juliet theme songs until I started writing that series. So that's a dead giveaway, obviously. And Sloan's got a little bit of, I would say, an edgier taste, where Jules is more ethereal, but I didn't want to go hard on the edge because then that seems like a giveaway too. Joseph, there is a lot of Latin music on Jules' playlist, but that also felt like it would be too obvious. So I tried to go with songs that I thought you might be confused by, but you're all too good. I know. Okay, Paula, thank you. I was trying to trick you, but you're all too good. You're too good. Yeah.
Especially when they get the answers.
Jules has a lot of sad songs, a lot of ballads, definitely a lot of Latin flair. There are a few songs mixed in from when I was writing A Crime of Passion Fruit, which is really funny because they'll just like, you know, pop up on the playlist as I'm writing, and I'm like, oh, there's Harry Belafonte. Like, oh, that's right, we're jumping in line, you know, like, and it takes me back to writing a particular book, which is interesting. Oh yeah, 100% Chase, absolutely. You have nailed Lance. I'm definitely going to work on Lance's playlist for sure. I love it. Yeah, all right, you guys, you're all too good. Too good. The flute, Lillian, so many musicians in the mix too, which doesn't surprise me. That's another thing that I have zero talent for. I played the violin through elementary school and a couple years into middle school. And I remember when I told my parents that I thought maybe the violin wasn't for me. And this was after school lessons and also private lessons with my school music teacher. I think they applauded. I'm pretty sure that there was not a lot of sadness there. I also cannot sing. I've told you that before. Yeah, I love music. I love to sing in the car or in the shower or somewhere where I can blast it so I can't hear my own off-key singing. Do you have different music for different seasons? Oh, that's a good question, Cherry. I don't think really. Not so much. When I was working on, that's not true. When I was working on A Cup of Holiday Fear, I had a holiday playlist for Jules because I wanted to get into the holiday spirit. So I did do that. But no, otherwise it's pretty eclectic, but they're kind of like general themes. Sloan listens to some CCR and some Bob Dylan, and Jules would have like some Gypsy Kings, and yeah, I will have to share my actual Spotify playlists, which I think I've done before, but I could share them again because they're always evolving and changing.
There's only one type of music that's off limits, except for certain times of the year, right?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Christmas?
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to say? Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I just wanted you to say the words so I could keep going.
Non-music question, Trisha. If you could pick an actor to play Lance, who would it be? Oh, I love Alan Cumming. I mean, he's a gem. But in my mind, he's Matthew Good. Matthew Good, as in British Matthew. He and Matthew Rhys are best friends. I love everything that Matthew's ever been in. But Alan would be a close second. I like that too. But I imagine him tall like Matthew and lanky and yeah. Oh.
And you were talking about doing a live where you talk about
Actually that was one of our brainstorms is to do a live to show you kind of my vision of who I have in my mind for all the characters. Yeah. Because I always think it's fascinating because I know when I read something, I'm reading from my own lens and someone will say, oh, I think that character, is like this person. And we'll get into a wicked fight. Not really, but a discussion about how like, no, of course not. Yeah. Anyway. Oh no, Janita, you're in the hospital with COVID. Oh, that's horrible. Sending you all of our love. Take good care of yourself and recover. Oh, yeah. No good. Diana, yeah, Matthew Good is pretty gorgeous. Sorry, tech guy. Sorry, but it's true.
That's okay. I'll just go back to this slide.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's send Janita all the get well wishes.
They're coming in now, so everybody's thinking about her.
Yeah, we're all sending you all of our love. And I'm glad you're in good hands in the hospital. Hope they're taking good care of you. I'm sure they are. Okay, let's see. What's coming up next? Dun-dun-dun-dun. What do we got? Books. Yeah, I should talk about books. So Bake, Borrow, and Steal, book 14 in the Bake Shop Mysteries. If you haven't read it yet, it's out now.
Well, we're just saying it's out now because no matter how many times we say this, everybody on this live knows, but tell your friends because we get a lot of questions every week. Are you still writing the Bake Shop Mysteries? So
yeah, I got an email this morning from a reader saying, I just finished
Mocha
She Wrote. Yeah, Mocha She Wrote. Is there going to be a new one? I'm like, yes, it's out now, which is awesome. It makes my day. But yes, it's out now. I know I've said this before, but this book I wrote in the pandemic, so it's probably overly profusive in my love for Ashland in it. So that's kind of your takeaway. If you're like, whoo, she's really loving Ashland in this one. That's why. And not that it's a bad thing. I really do love Ashland, but there's that. Lost Coast Literary.
Oh, big news.
Oh, big news. We got the first. Oh, I gotta go. Wait. Yes. Look at that beauty. And the spine. And I mean, just like these lovely little touches of what it's going to look like inside. This one is coming out on March 29th. I cannot wait to share it with you. We're going to share so much about Lost Coast, the actual area, because it's another place that I fell in love with, and I can only write about places I love. And the story in the weeks ahead, but this one is different for me, and I'm super excited to share it. Okay, and then after that, we've got
Back to Bake Shop.
Back to Bake Shop. Don't disturb. There's going to be a wedding. It's going to be at Lithia Park. In my dream, we're going to actually be able to gather at Lithia Park and celebrate in real life. So maybe.
Boy, I do have it.
Oh, wedding bells? Yeah, love it. Are you gonna do it?
Do you want me to?
Yeah, do it. Okay, do it.
This is a special one.
This is a special one. No one has seen this yet, but we're special. All of us here. Okay, hold on for Beer Life. This is going to be an e-short only, a Sloan short. This is going to be book 5.5. So this is going to pick up where The Cure for What Ails You left off. And it's going to be, I think, 75-ish pages, maybe close to 100. It's going to be a mystery short that's going to be a like a tasting bite until the next Sloan comes out. I know, I'm so excited. This one's going to take place in Wenatchee at a orchard, at an organic orchard where there's a beautiful beer and dinner pairing outside under the stars in the spring. So that's going to be fun. This one is only going to be in ebook form because it's a short, but I'm super excited about it. Marie,
People are a little excited about it.
I know.
Cover review. Yes.
I know. So exciting. It is a bonus surprise. You know, you all know that initially I thought the series was going to kind of wrap up, but then the love for Sloan has been so strong and there's so much more that I want to do. So I'm excited and can't wait to share this one too. So yay. I know, isn't the cover great? It's so clever. Hoppy, deliciousness, all the good stuff. Okay, and then next up in terms of our lives. Oh, you didn't do it. Oh, okay. I thought you had a slide. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's looking at me like, what are you doing? Okay.
I didn't mean, but we can talk about what we're
Yeah.
doing next week.
Lynn, your family lives in Wenatchee. Yay. I love it. So next week, by popular demand, the tech guy and I are going to be in the kitchen. Chase, you'll get to see him in the flesh or maybe his hands. I'm not sure. We're going to do some special pre-Valentine's.
Tort Test Kitchen, the Valentine's Day edition.
Oh, is that what we're calling it?
Yeah.
Okay, Tort Test Kitchen, the Valentine's edition. I love it. What's the difference between a short story and a novella? Or there? So actually, I shouldn't call it. I'm calling it a short because it's shorter than a full-length novel. But a short story is really ultimately short. It could be 2,000 to 5,000 words. This is actually a novella. That's a better descriptor for it. Sometimes there are collections of short stories, so they get bundled together. A novella is usually somewhere between maybe 18,000 and 40,000 words, whereas a full-length mystery would be more like 75 to 80,000 words, if that helps. Yeah.
For the non-writers out there.
For the
how
non-writers.
many pages?
Pages? Yeah. So, yeah, that's true. I'm going to get technical. So a novella is probably like anywhere from 55 to 75, maybe 100 pages max. And a full-length mystery is more like 275 to 300, maybe a little over 300. Yeah.
Which is why you're calling this Sloan Krause Mysteries 5.5.
5.5, right? Exactly. It's like a mini mystery, but not so mini. It's longer than the initial short Trouble is Brewing that I wrote to introduce it. It's going to feel meatier than that, I think. I hope. Yeah.
This is
oh, Marty, wouldn't that
one
be
of
a
these
dream?
days, Marty.
It's going to happen.
Days, we're gonna, we'll take this show on the road.
That's right.
We'll do
Yeah.
a live stream tour.
Oh, love it. All right. On that note, I hope everyone has a lovely rest of your evening. Happy New Year. Happy Imbolc. Happy reading. Happy all the things. And I will see you all. We will see you all hopefully next week.
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
All right.
Good night.